my name is Garima Bajpayee. I'm a psychologist and a counselor. Today I'll be talking about social emotional learning in children. So basically, we all have feelings, right? You have feelings, I have feelings. Our feelings decide our reactions towards things. How we react, and our reactions make our reality. Same thing is with children. But sometimes when it's difficult to handle children, when children are being difficult, we kind of forget to look out that they also have feelings and what their reactions are coming from. So here's where social emotional learning comes from. Social emotional learning is basically outside of studies, outside of academics, what a child is doing, how their behavior is getting influenced by us, all of that stuff. Okay, first thing we're going to cover, basically we're going to cover 4 topics. First one will be understanding emotional development in children, how children are at certain ages and blah blah blah. Second is regulating yourself before responding, so how to regulate ourselves as teachers and as caretakers of children before responding to a certain behavior in children. Third one is responding to behavior with emotional curiosity, being curious about what a child is thinking, how a child is feeling, all of that, and then reacting, and then understanding what a child's psyche is doing behind a certain behavior. Are you guys comfortable with English? We can mix it up as well, languages, Okay, that's great. Then fourth one is integrating SEL in children in daily teaching. So SEL is basically social emotional learning. Gist of it is basically what children are outside of school, outside of studies, how they are integrated into the society. Okay, so first thing is understanding emotional developmental children. You'll see in your worksheets, there's this thing. This is an iceberg, right? Everyone can see it. So basically, the top of the iceberg, you know what an iceberg is, right? It's in an ocean, and there's it seems a little bit like it's small on top, but at the bottom it's really big. So basically, when a child reacts to something, the reaction is basically the tip of the iceberg. But what's behind the reaction is this. It's a big iceberg made of different things coming from different places, and that's what's behind the reaction. We basically practice on how to understand what this iceberg is for a child. Okay, so there are you can write on the tip of the iceberg. We have to write today. Did you have classes today? No, you didn't. Okay, lately, when did you have classes last? Yesterday. Okay, you can write the most annoying thing that a child did right here. Most annoying, like that frustrated you like anything. Just write it down next to it. What did you write? Oh, it's okay. Though you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Why?
Maybe she didn't write anything. It's all behavioral. You don't have
I don't
to.
enjoy the dance class. We don't want to be in the dance class. Now, this is also considered
Okay, what did you write?
ignorance.
Ignorance. Okay, now we're gonna think about what is behind that behavior. Like child is pulling your nose. Reasons behind that behavior can be the child is seeking for your attention but doesn't know how to ask for it nicely. Or someone would have reacted to pulling the nose in a positive manner at some point, taken it as a joke or laughed at it maybe. So the child doesn't think of it as a negative behavior. So we're gonna think, you were saying something? No? Okay. So we're gonna think about reasons why this certain most annoying behavior ever has happened, and we're gonna write it right next to it. We're basically trying to empathize with the child in order to develop a little bit resilience towards their behavior. Is everyone done? Okay, who wants to tell me first potato? You?
What feelings are happening with so much activity?
What was the behavior?
Not responding to things and not behaving properly. So parents are having too much like this.
Yeah, that can be a possible reason, but we have to be a little empathetic. Kind of like blaming the parents for a certain behavior seems like करता नहीं है, उससे होता नहीं, parents की गलती है. We have to be like, what exactly is causing that behavior? We have to be empathetic, because if we're not empathetic, if we're just like parents की गलती, this child is just like this, or it's just like, we ourselves are not going to be patient enough. And we as teachers or as caretakers of children, if we're not patient enough, we can't develop a nurturing environment for the child, right? So that's how we have to
calling the name again and again, just come here and do this activity, involve here and there. He is just ignoring why, because he is getting ignorance at the home same. So that is why the main issue is.
That can be an issue. So one issue can have multiple possibilities. Just like ma'am said, child is being ignorant in class. It can come from family issues, but it can also come from a lack of focus. The child might not be able to focus because the child is using too much social media, or the child might not even be interested in a certain subject, so it's not able to focus, or the child might have something else going on while that period is going. So we have to empathize like that. The point of this is not to excuse the behavior of the child, that this is the reason. No, it's because if we understand what the child is going through, we can empathize and solve the child's problems better and break with her. What did you think?
The job surface in their movements again and again as a woman
That was something. Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah, that's where the lack of attention. Parents
lack of attention.
As mentioned, why are not attention by their parents at home, but their teachers are not just giving the whole attention to that particular child. It may be the reason.
Yeah, that may be the reason, or excess energy. We're going to talk about this later. When children have excess energy, they talk a lot, they create a ruckus in class, how to handle it very nicely. But yeah, that's one of the reasons. That's it. Now, what did you think?
In childhood is what I might dance class today. So, what I thought that child is having lack of attention as at home, parents are giving attention. It may be possible that child is not that type of learner which I was thinking. Okay? Like child is either visual learner or auto learner. So, maybe possible that we don't have it just so I have to develop different types of activity that we can improve.
So basically, we're gonna, so we told you, okay, so I'm gonna give you these chits. You have to pick one and you have to try to understand why this certain behavior is happening. So in the first exercise, we did the top of the iceberg, you told the most difficult behavior, and we tried to understand the reason behind it. Now I am giving you the difficult behavior and you have to probably tell me, guess the reason that could be behind it, okay? Ma'am, chit. This exercise, we're going to do something opposite first. So first we're going to be like, we're going to open the chit and we're going to think about the reaction that we have without empathizing. Mine was basically a class, child keeps disrupting the class. What's the normal reaction? Why are you doing this? Keep quiet, stuff like that, right? Yeah, or we can scold the child. That's the normal reaction. Now, you guys thought about it, right? What did you get? I'll stop cornering you, it's okay. What did you get? What did you get? Like the shit, what did you
A
get?
child constantly wants to say near the teacher or ask for help, they don't seem to be.
Okay,
So ma'am, as usual, so many students always sit to near to me because of that. I'm so polite with them and so many.
no, you don't have to tell that. You tell me what your normal, if the child is annoying you. Yeah, first reaction, if the child is annoying you, just smile.
Maybe they want to sit near to me. Maybe it's all about affection or something, connection with me. That's why.
Wow.
It's simple and it's clear, it's happy, and smiling.
It is written that a child pretends to be sick often or asked to go to the nurse during difficulties. The first very important thing, child needs personal attention. I asked you to come and sit on my lap. This is the very first impact child needs from the mother as well as the teacher. The first reaction in mind to came this way.
Think about what's going on within the child and then how would you react, ma'am?
This student concept is Google with question answer is like this, okay, and do you like? So have question is this.
I don't, and even say.
Teachers is always having this mind place.
No problem, but even can ask them to speak in Hindi.
Hindi perfectly fine. नहीं, बट हमको इसमें पढ़ना है कि बार बार अगर कोई बच्चा पूछ रहा है तो उसके पीछे क्या चल रहा है, मतलब वो क्यों पूछ रहा है.
क्या क्वेश्चन चल रहा है
इस
ठीक कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है उसको आइडेंटिफाई क्लियर करना.
हाँ ठीक है, वो अच्छा है. ये हो सकता है जैसे बार बार कोई बच्चा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि उसके अंदर क्या चल रहा है, वो बार बार क्यों पूछ रहा है. ये आप लोग अपने खुद के बच्चों के साथ भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो, बहुत पेशेंस आ जाएगा, एंड ऑब्वियसली स्कूल के साथ. सो बार बार क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, हो सकता है उसे अपनी चीज के बारे में कॉन्फिडेंस ना हो, वो आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछ के कॉन्फिडेंस गेन करने की कोशिश कर रहा है कि अरे मैं ठीक कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं, अच्छा मैं ठीक कर रहा हूँ, मैम ने कह दिया चलो मुझे कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया। हो सकता है उसको कोई और बच्चा बोल रहा हो कि ऐसा नहीं मैंने तो अलग किया है, तुम्हारा तो गलत है, तो उसको रीअश्योरेंस चाहिए। रीअश्योरेंस की वजह से भी बच्चे ऐसे कर सकते हैं। ओके, सो वी हैव टू थिंक व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन बियॉन्ड द चाइल्ड। उसके बाद हमें अपना रिएक्शन करना है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली अच्छा रिएक्शन ही आएगा। ओके, देन वी आर गोना डू द थर्ड वन। अभी क्लासरूम में आप लोगों को क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स फेस होती हैं, सबसे बुरी प्रॉब्लम्स बताइए।
बच्चा आता है क्लास में, फर्स्ट ईयर आया तो कैंसर की प्रॉब्लम, मैं नहीं समझ रहा हूँ, मुझे मम्मा के पास जाना है, कितने देर में छुट्टी होगी मैम, लंच मुझे जल्दी करना है।
ये सब
Frequently, question asked by the PG kids, "Ma'am, छुट्टी कब होगी?"
हाँ,
Regular question.
ये रेगुलर क्वेश्चन है। अभी हम लोगों ने सोशल इमोशनल लर्निंग की, राइट? आपको क्या लगता है क्यों है?
The child is missing their parents.
हाँ
He is missing his home.
हाँ,
He is
probably.
missing his parents. He is missing his comfort zone.
हाँ, probably comfort zone as well. How do we develop a comfort zone? How do we include the child in the classroom?
Because sometimes we miss. हमें मन करता है कि हम ऑफिस आए।
हाँ।
हमें मन होता है कि अच्छा आज हम देर तक आज हम घर पे ही रह ले, आज हम same thing happens with the child.
happens, yes. But अब हम लोग इसको टैकल कैसे करें? क्लास में उसको लेके कैसे आए कि अभी तुम्हारा माइंड बॉडी सब इधर फोकस्ड है, क्लास में है सब कुछ, ठीक है? हमें क्या करना है, इन सब चीजों से ध्यान हटा के बच्चे का ध्यान पढ़ाई पे या क्लासरूम पे आना है कि बेसिकली चल क्या रहा है, राइट? उसके लिए वी हैव सर्टेन एक्सरसाइजेस। एक फर्स्ट वाली इज अ बिट माइल्ड और सेकंड वाली उसमें पूरा बॉडी का इन्वॉल्वमेंट होगा, ठीक है? हम लोग साथ में ये वाली एक्सरसाइजेस करेंगे। तो पहली एक्सरसाइजेस वी कैन डू अ सर्टेन क्लैप पैटर्न। बच्चों को क्लास में आके कहेंगे, बच्चे एकदम फिश मार्केट जैसे देर लाइक के दे टॉकिंग, दे नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन एंड एवरीथिंग, विल बी लाइक विल डू अ बेसिक क्लैप पैटर्न। इससे क्या हुआ? इससे आपका सारा ध्यान आपको खाना खाना था, आपको ग्राउंड में जाके खेलना था, आपको घर जाना था, आपका सारा टाइम अटेंशन किस पे आ गया? क्लैप पैटर्न पे। पैटर्न जो मैम कर रही है वो फॉलो करना है। बेसिक फोकस आपको मिल गया, देन यू कैन कंटिन्यू विद योर लेसन। सेकंड वाला इज बेसिकली लाइक वील टेक 3 ब्रेथ्स टुगेदर। अभी इस वाले को यूज कैसे करना है और किस सिचुएशन में करना है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब हम लोगों का इंटरवल होता है, इंटरवल के बाद जब बच्चे आते हैं फुल ऑफ एनर्जी, बिल्कुल फोकस नहीं कर रहे हैं एकदम ही, मतलब क्योंकि उन्होंने इंटरवल में इतना दोस्तों के साथ इंडल्ज किया होता है, इतनी चीजें करी होती हैं, तो नहीं कर पाते हैं फोकस। उनका हार्मोनल, उनका सब कुछ बिल्कुल बदला हुआ होता है। उसको फोकस कैसे करना है? गेम्स पीरियड के बाद सेम चीज होती है। आप गेम्स पीरियड के बाद क्लास लेने जाओ, बिल्कुल रकस मचा होता है क्लास में, क्योंकि एनर्जी इतनी हाई है, इतनी देर से बहुत हाइपर हो गए हैं वो। व्हाट वील डू इज वील जस्ट टेक 3 ब्रेथ्स। बच्चों को बैठाएंगे, we'll close our eyes, everyone close your eyes, and we'll take 3 breaths. Inhale and count to 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Exhale 1 2 3. Again inhale 1 2 3. Exhale 1 2 3. Third time inhale 1 2 3 and exhale 1 2 3. What this does is, जो इतना सारा रकस मचा होता है, इतनी एनर्जी एक्यूमुलेटेड होती है, वो ब्रेथ के फॉर्मेट पे, ब्रेथ पे फोकस होके पूरी काम डाउन हो जाती है। वो एनर्जी हमने कम कर दी, अब बच्चा बेटर फोकस कर पाएगा। ये बहुत माइल्ड एक्सरसाइजेज हैं। विजुअल स्कैन बेसिक करना है, बच्चों को स्टैंड करके बैठा के और वो कर सकते हैं। थर्ड एक्सरसाइज इज बेसिकली स्टैंड अप, सिट डाउन एंड बस। नहीं, वो आप मत करो, आप रहने दो, आपके लिए और डिफिकल्ट वाली आ रही है, ठीक है? नाउ दिस इज बेसिकली थर्ड एक्सरसाइज। इससे बेसिक थोड़ा हाइपर हुआ है बच्चा या किसी रीजन से आपको समझ में आ गया, तो वी कैन गेट द अटेंशन इन द क्लासरूम। नाउ वील डू, जब एकदम बिल्कुल मतलब कोई ऑर्डर नहीं है, बच्चे सुन नहीं रहे हैं, सीट पे बैठ नहीं रहे, एक उधर घूम रहा है उसकी सीट यहाँ पर है, एक उधर घूम रहा है उसकी सीट वहां पर है, ऐसे क्लासरूम बना हुआ है। सो ये वाली एक्सरसाइज इज बेसिकली टोटली फिजिकल। We're gonna stand up. Okay, अब सीट से साइड में आ जाओ। आप बच्चों को साइड में नहीं लाना, वो और ज्यादा रकस हो जाएगा, बट हाँ क्योंकि सीट्स छोटी हैं, यू नो। सो we're gonna stand up। अभी राइट हैंड ऊपर करेंगे, लेफ्ट हैंड ऊपर करेंगे, दोनों हाथ पीछे कर लेंगे, एक स्टेप आगे जाएंगे, एक स्टेप पीछे आएंगे, ऐसे राउंड करेंगे. नाउ सिट डाउन एंड टेक आउट योर बुक्स. दिस इज बेसिकली बच्चों का फिजिकली आपने उनको पूरा कर लिया, फिजिकल फॉर्म में वो क्लासरूम में अब प्रेजेंट हैं. जो आपने एक्सरसाइज कराई उनके लिए तो क्या चल रहा है, मैम नया गेम खिलवा रही हैं, हमने हाथ ऊपर किया, हमने राउंड राउंड किया, हमारे लिए मजे वाली चीज हो गई. बट एट द सेम टाइम हमारे लिए उनका फोकस क्लासरूम में आ रहा है. दे आर गोना पे मोर अटेंशन टू द क्लासरूम. वो पूरा माइंड बॉडी फोकस पूरी तरह से देयर क्लासरूम में. जब आप बोलोगे सिट डाउन एंड टेक आउट योर बुक्स, तो वो बैठ के बुक निकाल लेंगे, क्योंकि उससे पहले वाले इंस्ट्रक्शंस उन्होंने फॉलो करे हैं. ओके, किसी को कोई डाउट्स हैं अभी तक? ओके, नाउ वी आर गोना गेट टू द मेन पार्ट, सोशल इमोशनल लर्निंग. तो बेसिकली एकेडमिक्स में हम लोग स्कूल में बहुत कुछ करते हैं, राइट? आप लोग पहले खोल लो. Are we all good? Okay. So basically we do a lot of things in academics in school, right? Sab kuch, everything is related to, we're going to study this chapter today, this curriculum, this, that, blah, blah, blah. We don't teach the child what do we do after school? What do we do outside school? The relationship you would have with your doctor, with your parents, with your sister, this, that, blah, blah, blah. How would you maintain those relationships, ma'am? And how to maintain friendships with their friends, how to react in certain scenarios. If parents have scolded you, you don't have to answer back, how you have to communicate it to other people, your own thing, even though they're not willing to listen. This is social emotional learning. We don't teach it in schools. We don't teach how to react when we go to college, and when the child goes to college or goes to work, they're completely dumbfounded. They're like, अरे ये तो स्कूल में नहीं सिखाया था, अरे how do we have to react? Now this person is bullying me, how do I defend myself? That all of that is a part of social emotional learning. Right? We weren't taught that either. We had to learn it by ourselves, and it was quite a struggle. Everybody knows, right? So, abhi to these days a lot of schools are incorporating this into their curriculum. Just like ma'am said, relationship with their grandparents. You guys have given the holiday homework. That's great. So, social emotional learning, it basically has 5 parts. First is self-awareness. Self-awareness. Everybody knows what self-awareness is, right? Who's going to tell me what self-awareness is?
Like I care.
Huh?
Self-awareness is I care.
I care?
I care.
Huh?
I care means the child safety, ma'am.
No, I care. Self-awareness is. I'm talking about the emotional well-being. It has a. It's not about safety. It's basically so self-awareness. Can anybody answer? Just guess. You don't have to be right, ma'am. No, nothing.
Self-awareness means a child know about what is dislikes, what likes.
This is not about just the child. This is social emotional learning is for everyone, child, adults, everyone. Yeah.
Particular person knows that what is the main motto of the life, what he wants to do, what he don't want to do.
That's self-actualization. You're right, but that's like self-actualization. What is the motto of life and all that? You start thinking about that after you reach a certain financial stability and all that. That comes way later in life.
What the thing I like to do, I enjoy. That is the self-awareness.
Something like that, huh? So, self-awareness is basically, if my mother scolds me, I'm gonna be sad. I know I will be sad. That is self-awareness. Okay, if my teacher teaches me that subject, I will not be able to focus. I know I will not be able to focus when she teaches that. That's self-awareness. Okay, in your own scenarios, like who amongst you has children? Yeah, if when your child doesn't eat something, you get frustrated, right? Yeah, when the child doesn't eat, I get frustrated. Self-awareness. It goes way beyond this. People are way too self-aware, but this is like basic on the child's level and then on basic human level. So that is the first point, self-awareness. Second one is self-regulation. This is one of the most important things that has been never taught to us. If this self-regulation is just taught to people in general in life, society will be way better. What is self-regulation? Self-regulation is basically like after self-awareness is self-regulation. So knowing when my friend takes away my pencil box, I will be angry. That is self-awareness. I will be angry, but I can't punch my friend. That is self-regulation. How? Yeah, to control your own reactions. own reactions towards a certain situation. When my mother scolds me, I want to talk back to her and tell her that I don't like her and blah blah blah, but I wouldn't do that because that will hurt her feelings. Self-regulation. Okay, when my teacher is teaching, I want to walk out of the class, but I won't because I have to sit here. Self-regulation. Okay, that is basically second point, self-regulation. Now, the third point is social awareness. Social awareness is basically being aware of society, being aware that this person's role is a doctor, how to act with them, how to react to them. This is a teacher, how to act with them, how to act in school, how to behave. Nobody behaves the same with their spouse and their friends, right? Nobody behaves the same with their doctor and their teacher, right? That's basically social awareness, how to react and behave in certain ways in life, okay? Then fourth one is relationship skills. Maintaining relationships. Let's just, who amongst you thinks they're good at maintaining relationships? No one is good at maintaining relationships? Really? Yeah.
Everybody are having so many relations. Sometimes you don't want food, even though you have to cook. Sometimes you don't.
My question after that would have been such less hands. I'm like, what happened? Why? But yeah, you gave an example, right? Like maintaining relationships.
Not social, being social, then how can you maintain a relationship? You are social, then
Yeah, also being aware of what the relationship is. So let's give a basic example in terms of a child. Okay, a friend is upset. Forget about child. Let's just say, take anyone. You have your best friend. Your best friend is upset. What are you gonna do? Huh?
I'm going to be upset for a period of time.
Because your best friend is upset. That's a good way to react. I mean, you're.
Suppose I have three best friends, if none of them come, and pull up everything.
Ah, that's nice. I think you're a very empathetic person that you, yeah, nice. Okay, so basically, knowing that we have to console our best friends in the time of need when they're upset, that's a relationship skills. No one taught it to us that you have to console that person. That comes from within, right? That is how to maintain a relationship. We do namaste or whatever greetings we do to our elders. That's a basic courtesy. That's a relationship skill, right? The way we have to act to teachers, we would never act like or talk like that with our mother the way we act with our teacher, and vice versa. That's relationship skills. Knowing how to maintain a certain relationship and maintaining it. Okay, a lot of times children don't know how to do that with acquaintances. So there are two types of friends, right? In India, mostly anyone we basically know, we kind of label as a friend. But people we work with, colleagues and this and that, and people like that who are kind of friends but not really friends, they're acquaintances. Learning the difference between how to behave with an acquaintance and how to behave with a friend and how to behave with a close friend, they're three different things. That's relationship skills. But that's for adults. Children don't need to, get into that stuff. But yeah, now we know what relationship skills are, okay? Then last point, decision making. All of self-awareness, knowing yourself, self-regulation, regulating yourself after knowing yourself, social awareness, how to behave in the society when you go outside, relationship skills, how to maintain relationships, and decision making. Decision making is dependent on all of them. When you're aware of all of these, not to an extent, you don't have to be perfect. This is not something you need to do. This is something you just need to be aware of. These skills, even if you're very good at them, develop for the rest of your life. 80-year-old is also still developing these skills. So you can't be like, oh, mine is good, yours is bad, something like that. But then there's decision making. Decision making is how to take a decision. A very basic example of this would be a child is there. Okay, the child is like, I have to go play outside, but also ma'am gave me too much homework today and I have to submit it tomorrow. Now the child has to make a decision between going outside and doing the homework. Okay, what will child choose? Go outside and play, obviously, right? But teaching the child that how to calculate. If a child thinks like, if I go outside and play, I'll have fun for 1 hour, but then today ma'am will be upset. If I do homework, I will learn better and I will be ahead at school and I will get good marks. So the child needs to evaluate both the outcomes and then take a decision. That is basically decision making that comes from social emotional learning. Now, we're going to do a basic exercise. Okay. You have to answer yes or no. You can raise your this is your right hand, right hand for yes and left hand for no. I'll tell you scenarios, okay? You have to tell me if this scenario has something to do with
No, we are doing activity.
So you have to tell me if there's this certain scenario has something to do with social emotional learning or not. Okay. First scenario is you explain the steps of a science experiment to a bunch of children. Is that social emotional learning or not? Are you sure? You're right. Yeah, it's not. It's not. Teaching or explaining something to a child isn't a part of social emotional learning.
Suppose
Hmm.
teacher has taught, there are different methods of teaching also,
Yeah.
according to me. Suppose I enter in the class, I have taught and I have learned.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter child understand or not. If I have given certain examples with a different types of examples, then only child can come to learn.
Hmm.
For me to exist,
No, I understand the way you're saying. So,
you are only asking for the teaching. Teaching is a
yes.
part you are asking.
Yeah, what I'm saying is teaching. If you say I taught in a certain way to make sure all the children understand properly,
So
and
now
yeah.
every activity, because we are having pre-graduate section, so here we are having every activity related to the social emotional.
That's great. That's really great. So, if you say we taught this to a child, that is not a part of social emotional learning. If we're like we taught it so properly and we encourage them to ask questions, that is social emotional learning. Okay, we all got it. Let's do second scenario. Students reflect on how they worked as a team after a project. Is that social emotional learning or not? Please participate this corner, ma'am.
It's okay, you make it wrong, but
Yeah, you just have to raise a hand. Come on.
to learn new things.
Ma'am, is it a part of social emotional learning or not? Do I repeat my question?
Yes.
Okay, students reflect on how they work as a team after a project. Is it? It is very nice. You guys learn so fast. Okay. You model how to say I am sorry after interrupting someone. आप बच्चे को basically बता रहे हो कि sorry कैसे बोलते हैं किसी को interrupt करने के बाद, क्योंकि interrupt नहीं करना चाहिए. Is this a part of social emotional learning or not?
Yes.
You guys are really fast learners, ma'am. Okay. This one. You assigned roles in a group project. Is this a part of social emotional learning or not?
You assign
Roles in a group project.
here are two types of presentation. Like if we are only giving those, so this is not a part of the group. But yes, if we are just giving them a learning how to work in the group, this is a part of it.
Correct. So if we're giving it according, first of all, teaching them how to learn in a group, that is a part of social emotional learning. If we're just allocating the roles, that isn't. If we're giving the roles based on what a child's personality is, understanding as a teacher, that is also a part of social emotional learning. Okay? Yeah, great. So, a child scores full marks and gets a sticker. Is it a part of social emotional learning? Scores full marks and gets a sticker.
It's a sticker.
Yes, of course.
No, this is positive reinforcement.
Acha.
The social emotional learning is different from reinforcement. Positive and negative.
When
No.
teacher gave a sticker, because what I found in my class, when teacher gives a star, their faces now, they feel very love. Means they want to kiss their teacher. They are very happy outside. They are sharing their happiness with their mother. Now see, ma'am has given me this on the very first day when teacher is going to give that star on his face. Now child get emotionally attached with the teacher. They want to come next day.
Yeah, but we're not giving the child that sticker to get attached to the teacher. We're giving it as a reward for good performance.
But somehow the teacher, means I was not correctly getting what you want to say. I was just having a different mind.
No, that is if we're like, we gave that as a positive reinforcement to encourage the child. That is a part of social emotional learning. But the act of giving the sticker for as
I
a
understand.
Okay.
I only just handed over this.
Yeah.
It's just like a reward.
Yeah, reward, positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. We scold the child or we punish the child for doing bad behavior. That's negative reinforcement. We give a sticker or appreciate the child in front of everyone. That's positive reinforcement. I guess you guys use it on a regular basis, obviously. Okay, last one. Let's do this one. Students share one thing they are proud of this week. Is it a part of social emotional learning or not? One thing that they are proud of this week. Is it?
Yes.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Is it a part of social emotional learning?
If individual student is coming and telling
Individuals. It is. Very nice. This was a very hard one. You guys learned very quickly. Okay, so last exercise. How many people are there? We have to build 5 groups. I'm gonna give you 5 scenarios. 1 scenario to each pair. Okay, and you have to identify which type of social emotional learning are we teaching the child through that. Okay, so your scenario is, 1 second now. Hi, hello. Everyone knows their basic thing. Now I'm gonna repeat the questions. You guys will know which one is yours, okay? And then I'm gonna go through the 5 types of SEL again, and then you can start with discussing, okay? A child waits before he's angry before talking to a friend, because he's angry before talking to a friend. Whose was this? Okay. A child says, I'm frustrated with my friend, so I'm not talking to him. Whose was this? Huh?
child is frustrated.
अच्छा, first आपका था, a child waits before he's angry before talking to a friend. You can just write it down if you want. Second one, a child says, I'm frustrated with my friend, so I'm not talking to him. This is, a child knows whom to approach while he feels troubled. This was yours. You understand. If you don't understand, you can ask, okay? Okay. A child sorts out a fight with a friend. That was yours. Child sorts it out with his friend. Should I stay in or do homework or go out and play with friends? A child is contemplating. That was yours. Okay? Okay. So, what we have to do in this exercise, we have to determine which type of social emotional learning this falls in. We're going to revise the types of social emotional learning first. So, it's like more clear for you. Please remember your scenarios. If you want, you can write them down. Okay? Okay. First one is self-awareness. Self-awareness is basically being aware of your... Self-awareness is basically being aware of your own self, of your own patterns, how you deal with others and all. Self-regulation is what you do after self-awareness. If you know you're angry, you don't have to react angrily. That is self-regulation. Third one is social awareness. What certain roles are, how to behave with the teacher, how to behave with the mother, how to behave with grandparents, doctor, blah, blah, blah. How to behave with an accountant for adults, of course, you know. That is social awareness. Relationship skills, how to maintain relationships, how to define relationships. That is basically relationship skills. How to maintain relationship with a friend, things like that. How to maintain relationship with your mother, things like that. That is relationship skills. Then there is decision making, contemplating and being able to make a decision for yourself. That is decision making. Okay, now you guys can go on. Okay, let's discuss. First one is, a child waits because he's angry before talking to a friend. Whose was this? Yours. What do you think this is?
Self-regulation because कोई एक्शन वो उसको पता है कि कंप्लेंट क्या नहीं करे तो गुस्सा है तो कोई एक्शन का रिएक्शन नहीं है तो यहाँ पर मुझे लगता है सेल्फ रेगुलेशन है इसके अंदर इस वजह से उसको कोई रिएक्शन नहीं
हाँ, ये सेल्फ रेगुलेशन था. वेरी करेक्ट. या यू आर करेक्ट. इसमें ये भी हो सकता है दैट ही इज एंग्री सो ही इज अवेयर दैट ही इज एंग्री, तो ये दोनों में आएगा सेल्फ अवेयरनेस एंड सेल्फ रेगुलेशन. बट यू आर कंप्लीटली राइट. वेरी ग्रेट. गुड. Second one, a child says, I'm frustrated with my friend, so I'm not talking to him. Which one was आपका था? हाँ, what do you think?
Basically, he's not aware of the proper relationship skill. How to maintain the relationship with the friends. How to be, basically, a relationship has to be skill should be developed. If friend के अगर गुस्सा भी है, then also then it's okay. He's a friend. You should talk.
हाँ, I think you.
Socially,
हाँ, go ahead. I think you overthought this one a little bit. तो ये आपने सही बताया कि relationship skill में नहीं था. था किसमें?
social awareness.
हाँ, perfect. It was social awareness. Child says, I'm frustrated with my friend, so I'm not talking to him. Frustrated was social awareness. Not talking is not a good reaction. तो ये second वाले में नहीं आया. Very good. Third one is, child knows whom to approach while he feels troubled. हाँ, हाँ, कौन सा? सोशल अवेयरनेस, हाँ ये सोशल अवेयरनेस में आया क्योंकि बच्चे को पता है अथॉरिटी फिगर कौन है, मेरी प्रॉब्लम कौन सॉल्व कर देगा, तो ये सोशल अवेयरनेस में आया. वेरी नाइस. चाइल्ड सॉर्ट्स आउट हिज फाइट विद अ फ्रेंड.
रिलेशनशिप आएगा.
हाँ परफेक्ट परफेक्ट, सबके आंसर करेक्ट है. वाह. रिलेशनशिप स्किल आया. क्यों?
क्योंकि ना उसको पता है कि उसको कहाँ पे मैटर शॉर्ट आउट करना है.
हाँ.
उसके फ्रेंड्स से उसका फ्रेंडशिप का लेवल क्या है, तो वो उसने शॉर्ट आउट.
वेरी नाइस. तो ये सेल्फ अवेयरनेस में भी काइंड ऑफ आया, उसको पता है. बट हाँ रिलेशनशिप स्किल में, क्योंकि द चाइल्ड टुक एक्शन टू मेंटेन रिलेशनशिप विद अ फ्रेंड, तो ये आया रिलेशनशिप स्किल्स में. लास्ट वाला, शुड आई स्टे इन और डू होमवर्क और शुड आई गो प्ले आउटसाइड. हाँ हाँ वेरी नाइस. 5 out of 5 करेक्ट. यूजुअली स्कूल में ना 5-5 के ग्रुप बनते हैं फिर भी करेक्ट नहीं हो पाते हैं. वेरी नाइस. लास्ट वाला वाज डिसीजन मेकिंग, बिकॉज बच्चे को कॉन्टेम्पलेट करना पड़ा. शुड आई डू होमवर्क. हाँ एंड व्हाट विल बी द आउटकम्स इस पे करने पे. ओके, डू यू गाइस हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस किसी भी चीज को लेके? Any questions at all? If you have any personal questions after this, you can come and ask to me. Okay, cool then. I run this program called Sight Within. The Instagram and everything is given. If you want to contact me, you can. I hope you liked the workshop. I hope you got to learn something. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you.